Okay guys, now I'm gonna show you if you're having any problem installing MySQL, I'm gonna show you how we can handle this. For example, if you want to create new connection, if you see this error, okay, just click this OK and just close this table. Let's come here. I will write services and I will click on this. In this services, your computer will give you the all services you use. You should come here and you should click M. Let's click and you can see here I have MySQL and 80. This is my service. In MySQL will run in your will run the service in your computer. For stopping this, I will click this stop, and MySQL already stopped. And I will click start again. You can see it is running now. I will close this and I want to come here. I want to say create new connection, and I will give a name here, new underscore, let's write name, and store in value vault. I will write 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is my password. You should write your password too. I will click OK, and then let's click test connection. You can see here now I saw this successfully made message. If you see the problem here, for example, I will come here, I will say the test connection, sorry, let's write here. Okay, I will say test connection. No, I wrote my password correctly. I will write like this and I will say okay. For example, let's try to block this. I will write this. Let's write here, for example, G, the basic thing. I will say test connection. If you see this problem, unable to connect to the local host, if you see this problem, you should come here, you should right click, and you can see here I have a task manager. I will click this task manager, and in this task manager, I have here services. Let's click on this, and here I will write M, and I should get this MySQL 80. Okay. After seeing this, right click and stop this server. You can see here the status is stopped. I will right click again and I will say star, and I will close this. Let's come here, let's remove this J. I will click test connection, and you should write your password 1 2 3 4 5 6. By the way, you can see here there's a button that says save password in vault, but if you click here, you will not be able to write your password each time. For example, if you write this by default, you should write your password each time. Okay, I want to write my password each time. I will click OK, and you can see successfully made MySQL connection. Let's click OK and let's create this new name. I will come here, and you can see here I have demo and the S, Y, and S. If you see this table, that means your connection is correctly begin. But that doesn't mean that you can use your MySQL. For testing, let's right click here. Let's come to this demo. I will say right click to this tables and I will say create table. After saying create table, let's give name to our table. I will say demo underscore table, or let's not write demo, I will say my underscore table, and you can see here I have a column name. I will write this column name ID, and then one more I will say name. Okay, you don't need to understand this. I'm going to show you all of this, but you should do the same thing as I do, because this is testing for if your MySQL runs or not. I will click apply, and the finish, and you can see here I have a success message here. I will click this and I will say select asterisk from my underscore table. Write this SQL to your query. If you don't see this query, let's close this. You should click here SQL. It should write select asterisk from my underscore table. If you run this SQL, you can see here no database selected. if you see this error, I'm going to show you how you can handle this. But that means if you see this error, that means it worked correctly. Let's come to this demo. I'm going to right click on this and I want to say set as default schema. I will click on this, set as default schema. Now let's run, and it worked perfectly, guys. You can see here, this is your success message. Select asterisk or the select star from the my table, and if you see this ID and name, that means your MySQL services or the server correctly runs, and also you download this correctly. Okay, guys, like I said before, if you're having any problem, you can ask me a question right down below, and I'm gonna show you, and I assure you guys, I will get back to you between 5 or 12 hours.